Okay, dear students, so far what has happened? Ivan Dmitrich, so he would like to attend a fair to sell his goods, but when he is about to leave, his wife tries to prevent him from going to the fair. Why? Because she has had a bad dream, but ignoring the warning, he simply goes. So after traveling for some distance, he stops at an inn. So he would like to stay in the inn. There he meets a merchant who is known to him very well. So he spends some time with him. They have tea together, and then both of them go to bed in adjoining rooms. So next morning, even before dawn, Ivan leaves, and after traveling for about 25 miles, he stops for his horses to be fed. At that time, he is enquired by the police officer. So the police officers come there in a troika. So it is a three-wheeled carriage drawn by horses. There he is questioned. At the time only, he comes to know that the merchant who is known to him, so with whom he had tea together last night, was killed. So the police suspect Ivan. Moreover, a bloody knife is found in the bag of Ivan, and then he is sent to the nearest prison, and he makes some petitions to the authorities, but all of them get rejected. So even for the mistake, even for the crime that he has not committed, he is sent to prison, and then he is moved to Siberia. There he spends 26 years. Meanwhile, he earns a good name among the prisoners as well as the authorities. So wherever some trouble arises, so the people come to this old man for finding solutions. Okay. So at the time, a new group of prisoners come to Siberia. So there the normal and usual enquiries are made. At the time only he comes to know that Makar, the one who murdered the merchant that night, he is there. So he becomes shocked when he comes to know that he has come from Vladimir. Now he starts inquiring about the family members. Okay, let us see that. So when Makar heard this, he looked at Akisno, slapped his own knee and exclaimed, "Well, this is wonderful, really wonderful. How old you have grown, granddad." So definitely he must have seen him. So this is what his lines convey. So definitely he must have seen Ivan before this. So the others asked him why he was so surprised and where he had seen Akisno before, but Makar did not reply. He only said, "It's wonderful that we should meet here, lads." So he simply says that it is wonderful and it is good to see them all there. These words made Akisno wonder whether this man knew who had killed that merchant. So he said, "Perhaps you have heard of that affair, or maybe you have seen me before." So he suspects him strongly. So definitely this man must have known something about the affair. That means the murder. So there he suspects him strongly. "How could I help hearing? The world is full of rumors, but it is a long time ago and I have forgotten that what I hear." So he says he has almost forgotten everything about the murder and the things that he heard of. "Perhaps you heard who killed the merchant?" Makar laughed and replied, "It must have been him in whose bag the knife was found. If someone else hid the knife there, he is not a thief till he is caught, as the saying is. How could anyone put a knife into your bag while it was under your head? It would surely have woke you up." So he says, so he tells him all the details. So he was the one who kept the bloody knife, blood-stained knife in the bag of Ivan. So he gives him all the details. So he is quite surprised to hear all those things. So he felt terribly unhappy, and all sorts of images rose in his mind. There was the image of his wife as she was when he parted from her to go to the fair. So he recollects all the scenes. So all these scenes come to the mind of Ivan. So when he is about leaving, and when he is about to leave, and he is warned by his wife. So everything, all those, each and every scene comes to the mind of Ivan. Then he remembered himself as he used to be young and merry. So he thinks of all those things. So he thinks of the things that had happened to him in a terrible way. Makar, that he longed for vengeance even if he himself should perish for it. He kept repeating prayers all night but could get no peace. During the day he did not go near Makar, not even look at him. So as he suspects Makar very strongly, he thinks of all those things. He doesn't even want to ask him questions. So a fortnight passed in this way. Fortnight means 14 nights, which means 2 weeks. And one day when he is taking a walk in the prison, he watches a tunnel that is being digged by Makar. But at the time, just you keep quiet, old man, and you shall get out too. If you blab, they will flog the life out of me, but I will kill you first. So here Makar warns Ivan not to reveal this matter. See, I have been digging the tunnel to escape the prison. You are not supposed to reveal this to anyone. If you do so, I will be flogged to death. So I will be beaten to death, he says. Next day, when the convicts were led out to walk, the convict soldiers noticed that, and they all deny any knowledge of it. At last, the governor turned to Akisno, whom he knew to be just a man, and said, see, when he is questioned by the authorities, who? So Ivan is questioned by the authorities, but he denies. He denies to give them answers. Even though he knows Makar is the one who has been digging the tunnel to escape the prison, he doesn't want to reveal, because he knows that if he reveals the truth, definitely Makar will be beaten to death. Even though he was longing for vengeance in the past, he doesn't do anything now. He just stays calm. So Makar stood as if he had quite unconcerned, looking at the governor. So, but if I tell, they will probably flog the life out of him. Maybe I suspect him wrongly. So he tells himself that he may suspect him wrongly. See how good he is. So Akisno glanced at Makar. I cannot say, Your Honor, it's God's will that I should tell. Do what you like with me. I am in your hands. So he says, I am in your hands. You can do whatever you like. But I don't want to reveal anything. So this is what Ivan says. So the authorities are quite surprised, because he has had a very good name among the authorities as well as the prisoners. So when he is saying like this, so they do not know what to say. So the matter is left. That night, when Akisno was lying on his bed and just beginning to doze, someone came quietly and sat down on his bed. He peered through the darkness and recognized Makar. What more do you want of me? Asked. Why have you come here? Makar was silent. What do you want? Go away. I will call the God. And what for? So the conversation is going on between Makar and Ivan. So at night, he is approached by Makar. So Makar feels guilty. Even though he has been suffering for 26 years here, he doesn't reveal the truth. So if he wanted to punish him, he would tell the truth to the authorities, but he didn't do that. So now he feels guilty. So now he wants to confess that he was the murderer. So he goes to him and he begs him for forgiveness. So it is easy for you to talk, said Akisno, but I have suffered for you these 26 years. Where I could go to now? My wife is dead and my children have forgotten me. I have nowhere to go. So he says, now you come here and you are begging me for forgiveness. I am ready to forgive you, but where can I go? Because my wife is no more. Even my children have almost forgotten me. So I have no place to go. See, he doesn't have the desire to leave the prison at all. When Akisno heard him sobbing, he too began to weep. God will forgive you, said he. Maybe I am 100 times worse than you. And at these words, his heart grew light and the longing for home left him. He no longer had any desire to leave the prison, but only hoped for his last hour to come. So as he has lost the desire to go home, he simply expects his last hours, which means he is awaiting his death. In spite of what Akisno had said, Makar confessed his guilt. But when the order for his release came, Akisno was already dead. So What happens later? Makar goes and confesses. So he tells the authorities that he was the murderer. He was the one who killed the merchant that night. So when the order for his release is reaching Ivan, he is no more. So he has already died. So thus he has waited for about 26 years very patiently. He believed in himself and he trusted God. So when Makar told him that he was the one who had done it, he lost his desire because he had no place to go. So what could he do? So he simply forgave him, and he even told himself that he might be 100 times worse than Makar. You see, it is really very surprising. You can understand how a man can think during his last period, which means so when he was awaiting his death, see how he thought. So the way he waited for his death was entirely so it was totally unbelievable, yet he trusted God. So Ivan trusted God and he waited very patiently until justice was done to him. So when the order for release reached him, he was no more. He was taken to paradise. So this is how the story ends. So dear students, a question paper will be sent to you, and after you getting it downloaded, you have to do the test and it must be sent to me within 3 days. Thank you.